Now let's delve into the realm of cloud-based ledgers accounting software with Mr. Vaibhav, who will unveil its transformative features and benefits. So, Mr. Vaibhav, over to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Khyati. So good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Weber from Ledger's Accounting Software Support. And so today we are going to take a look at the Ledger's Accounting Software and how exactly the Ledger's Accounting Software is going to help you streamline your business processes and also bring up the productivity in total. So before we start, let me quickly share my screen. So all of the attendees can let me know if my screen is visible. All right. So the screen share is active. Can all of the attendees can let me know whether my screen is visible by typing yes or no in the chat box, and we'll get on with it. All right, all right. So thank you very much, attendees, for your valuable input. Ms. Babita Sugi, then we have Ilakya Anand, Rajiv Rajan, Siddhant, Nishi Tiwari, and many more, many more, many more. So thank you very much, all of you, for giving your valuable input. So without further ado, let's start today with our informative session. So before we start, let me give you a short overview regarding the Ledger's accounting software. Correct. So the name, by the name itself, as you might have gotten the idea that the Ledger's accounting software is an cloud-based accounting software. So being a cloud-based software, what exactly it helps us is being a cloud-based software, you do not have to download any application or install it onto your system. Correct. So by not downloading any application, which means how are we going to access the software? So in order to access the software, you can use any of your personal favorite browser and just log on to our official URL, that is the ledgers.cloud. So you can type in our official URL, ledgers.cloud, and from here you will be able to access the Ledger's accounting software. So being a cloud-based software, your accounting data or your business data from any corner of the world at any point of time. Okay, and the restrictions for any of the devices will also be removed. So you can access the data from any device, from anywhere, even if you are working remotely or if you are working in the office, you'll be able to access your data as well as keep up with your business processes. Correct. So with that being said, whenever we say a cloud-based software, another concern which comes up with people, that is regarding the security. Correct. So with Ledger's accounting software, our servers are secured by Amazon Web Services. So Amazon Web Services, as everybody knows, is currently the top of the line security service providers for most of the cloud services. So our servers are secured by Amazon Web Services, and with the same, we also make sure to use the top technology which is currently available to mankind by providing each and every user for the Ledger's accounting software with 256-bit encryption security. Correct. So 256-bit is the most latest technology, which is very much reliable, and at the same time, it cannot be decoded. It cannot be decoded so far. So with that being said, when your security has been taken care and you get the flexibility of having an accounting software on the go, it helps you stay connected with your business from any point of the world. So with that being said, let's move ahead with our today's session. So as I told you, as it is a cloud-based software, you can use it directly from any of your favorite browser. So right in front of you, I'm using the Edge browser currently, wherein I have simply went ahead and typed in our official URL, that is the ledgers.cloud. Correct? So once you type in our URL, you will be redirected to our official website, wherein you will find all the product related information. So as you can see, if I scroll down here, you'll be able to see why Ledger's accounting software is actually called the #1 accounting software for all the SMEs and MSMEs. Because the very first thing is the Ledgers is refreshingly simple. It's super simple. Even a person who is not having much experience with, let's say, accounting, finances, how to manage their business processes, still that person can get along with the Ledger's accounting software, and within 24 hours, he himself will call it a master of it. So moving forward ahead, as you can see, not only this, as we are providing top-notch services to most of our users, our vision was shared by some other world-class visionaries. And those are the ICICI Bank, BNext. BNext is the same company who also invested in BharatPay. Then we have Urtara Ventures. This is another asset management firm. Then Times of India, as everybody knows what Times of India is for. And the same goes with CreedCap. So these are our world-class investors who have invested and are providing support for our vision and our mission with Ledger's accounting software. Moving forward ahead, there are many tools and perks while you can use with the Ledger's accounting software. As you scroll down further ahead, you'll be able to see all those tools and perks which you can use through the software. And those are the payment gateways, your invoicing and billing. You can also manage your receivables and payables. Let's say inventory management, GST filing, which is like one of the very important feature. Moving forward, then you can go ahead and manage payroll, or let's say employee management here. And we have accounting and much more. So from here, you can simply click on the login button and log in with your login credentials. So after putting in the login credentials, you will be redirected to our very first dashboard. So this is our first dashboard. Right? Once you log in, you'll be able to see your registered name. As currently, this is my account, and I have a demo account for the demonstration purpose. So similarly, you will be having your registered business names right here. As you can see, I have went ahead and added multiple businesses of ours within the Ledger's accounting software, so that while we add multiple businesses, the very first concern which comes up around is, so what happens if mixing of data happens, or what happens if I want to go ahead and keep all of my business data segregated for each of my businesses? Correct. So from here, as we go ahead and set up our businesses within the Ledger's accounting software, what it helps us to do is to keep our data separately, and it keeps getting updated as long as we are doing consistent entries within it. Correct. So let's say if you want to access any one of your business data for your accounts, you can simply click on that particular business name, or you can also click on the Ledgers button besides it, and it will redirect you to our interactive dashboard for that particular business. So as you can see, this is how simple it is to use the Ledger's accounting software. So coming to the dashboard, you'll be able to see all the quick access tabs on the top. Then on the right hand side, we have a graphical representation for your contacts, catalog, and attendances. Then, and in the middle, we have our banking dashboard. Correct. So within our banking dashboard also, so once you connect your bank account, so all of your banking transactions will be visible to you in a graphical format. So why do we use these kind of graphical formats? Is that it helps us to get a bird's eye view about the health of our business. Like, how is it working currently? How am I managing my expenses properly or not? Or am I managing my revenues properly or not? So this graphical representation gives us the data visualization which we need to make informed decisions regarding our business. So as I told you, this is particularly a banking dashboard. Similarly, you can also be able to get a same representation for your revenues, which are going to be your incoming sales, or maybe any type of income which can be quoted as revenues. On the top, you will also get a short summary regarding all of the revenues and the bifurcations. So as you can see, we have quotations, then have invoices, receipts and receivables, as well as GST collected. So this is how our dashboard looks like. So whenever we do set up our business, the very first thing is we update our business details into it. So if you are going to use an accounting software, the very first thing which you will be wanting to do is update your business details, and most important of your business details are going to be your GST details, correct? So in order to update your GST details, you can simply navigate to settings, and here you'll be getting an option to update your business details. As you can see, if I'm a GST number holder, I can simply select yes and update my GST number. And in case, let's say if I am a startup or I'm just getting into the business circle and I don't hold a GST number currently, I can go ahead and select no, and I can fill the rest of the details manually. So after filling up all the necessary details, I can simply click on update, and my business details are going to be updated within the Ledger's accounting software. So this is how I go ahead and set up a business account, as well as go ahead and set up my business within the Ledger's accounting software. So why to use Ledger's accounting software? As I told you during the initial part, I gave you an overview regarding all the tools and perks what we used within the Ledger's accounting software. So out of those, the very first tool which we are going to take a look at is the banking tab. So as you can see on the top, we have all the quick access tabs. In there we have a dedicated banking tab, from where you will be able to add and manage multiple bank accounts. As you can see, so I'll simply click on manage accounts. As you can see, I can go ahead and manage n number of bank accounts. So these are all the local bank accounts which are available to us, all the local current accounts which you can get for your businesses. So I went ahead and added all of the local current bank accounts. And from here itself, I can manage each of these bank accounts through my Ledger's banking dashboard itself. With the same, I can also go ahead and upload the bank statements. So by uploading bank statements, I'll be able to see all of my transactions on the dashboard itself. So what happens is, through our artificial intelligence and machine learning model within the Ledger's accounting software, the software goes ahead and get rid of all of the duplicate entries and gives you only the actual entries which are very much essential for your business day-to-day business, as well as your day-to-day transactions. Because at the end of the year, whenever we are going to do our accounts finalization, okay, or even say, let's say we are going to manage our taxes. So at that point, these all banking transactions and all these banking details are going to help you to prepare your financial statements. So with this banking, not only this, so if you are an ICICI current bank account holders, as ICICI is one of our top investors, so if you are having an ICICI current account, you can always go ahead and activate connected banking. So the main benefit of having getting an ICICI bank account with Ledger software, as well as activating the connected banking feature, what it helps is, with the connected banking, as you can see, all of your statements or all of your latest transactions, what you do on a day-to-day basis, will be automatically fetched within the Ledger's dashboard itself. As you can see, these are all of the latest transactions. So you do not have to manually upload any type of statement, or you do not have to manually go ahead and reconcile. With our artificial intelligence and machine learning model embedded within the Ledger's accounting software, for the banking, the software itself goes ahead and bifurcates all of the transactions and gives you prompts to which exactly how to map or how for what transaction where to map it within for your accounting entries. So as you can see, for this particular transaction, which is been done by an UPI, the software has already went ahead and given a recommendation for what exactly or where exactly should I map this particular transactions. As you can see, loans and advances from related parties dash unsecured. So this is the accounting head which I'm going to use whenever I'm going to prepare my financial statements. Same goes for other transactions also. As you can see, traveling and conveyance, other charges. Then we have cost of materials consumed, purchase of traded goods. So this is how the software makes the life of the business owner easy by giving them ready-made prompts so that they can manage their business efficiently and spend less time on their accounting worries. With the connected banking itself, you can also go ahead and initiate fund transfer from the software itself. You don't even have to go to your mobile phone application or your banking application. You can initiate the transaction right from the software itself. With whatever amount you wish to transfer, you can simply type that amount, select the contact. So you can select any type of contact. As you can see, I'll select any random contact, and their bank details I can put in manually, or they can be auto fetched from the portal. And I can send money right away. So here also our banking transactions are also encrypted by EVSSL certificates as well with 256-bit data encryption so that all of the transactions are safe and secure. With that being said, so the connected banking feature is what makes your business life easier when it comes to transactions, spendings, earnings, and many more. So from here, your bank account is directly going to be connected to your payment gateway. So as you can see, this green color credit card, debit card looking symbol, this is our payments gateway. So with the help of payments gateway, how it works, like you will be able to receive money from your customers via multiple modes of transaction. So I have a question with all of the attendees here. So as most of you have been using online transaction for quite some time now. So whenever we do, let's take an example. Whenever we do a simple mobile recharge, correct? So at that point also, whenever we do a mobile recharge, the system or the web page gives us an array of options to choose from. So there may be credit cards, debit cards, bank transfer, UPI, and many more. So that exact system, that exact array of options is what is called a payment gateway. Correct? And that payment gateway services you will be getting within the Ledger's accounting software, and same type of service you will be able to give it to your customers to get your transactions going on easy, as well as reduce the risk of misalignment or missing of payments. So with this, you can create only a general payment link. So I can type in the amount which I wish to recover from the customer. I can simply select the customer name from the drop-down list, which I have already included. And the payment link will be shared on to the registered mobile number and the email ID. And we can request the payment. So using that payment link, the modes which we are helping out our users are with by credit cards, debit cards, NEFT, RTGS, and IMPS, which is supported by 60 plus banks. Then we also have UPI, as well as in case if you are having international customers, the payment gateway also supports international cards for international transactions. So with this, your life is going to be so easy that the software itself, as I told you, the software is already embedded with the AI/ML technology. Through the software itself, you can also go ahead and send them payment reminders, so your customers doesn't miss a payment, and you on your business path are staying consistent. So with that being said, this is how the payment gateway service works here. Payment gateway service is like. Moving on forward ahead, the very important feature for any of the business owner for his day-to-day business transactions, day-to-day business life is generating invoices. Because without invoices, how exactly we are going to recover, how exactly we are going to make sales happen, correct? So in order to generate invoices, we need to keep all of the database secured. And our invoice should also be in line with the GST norms. So GST portal itself has a set of rules that the invoice should be aligned with. With the ledgers invoicing module, you do not have to worry about any of that, as each of the invoices which are generated from the software are designed by keeping in mind all of the norms and all of the nomenclatures given by the GST portal itself. In order to generate a new invoice, you can simply navigate to sales and invoices. And here you will be able to see all of the invoices at one place. Right? As it is a cloud-based software, your data is already secured. Your data is available to you at one spot. So you can generate invoices right from the software itself. So I'll simply click on new. I'll select a type of invoice. As we have multiple types of invoices, you can create multiple types of invoices from the list. Those are domestic invoice. Then you can create international invoice. You can also create bills of supply, or I can say here non-GST bills. Then we have receipts. You can issue credit notes to your customers, delivery challan, and much more. So I'll select domestic invoice. So this is the ready-made template here. So from here, we simply have to select a customer. I'll select a random customer from the drop-down list. I'll also go ahead and select a product. From here itself, I can adjust the quantity as well as the rates. In case if I wish to give any discounts, I can give discounts also. So I click on update. And last but not the least, as you can see, I'll simply click on create invoices only, and our invoice will be generated. So this is how easy it is to generate invoices while using the ledgers accounting software. So just give me a second here, as the invoice page is loading itself. All right, the invoice page has loaded. I'll take you to the invoice itself. So this is how our invoices looks like. We have your company logo at the top. As you can see, currently it is updated with the ledgers logo, but you can also go ahead and upload your own company logo on the invoices. Then we have the business information, this information which we have already updated. Then we have our invoice information, like invoice number, the date of invoice, due dates, and others. Then we have the customer information, like with their GST number. In case if it's a B2B type of sales which is happening, we can also include the customer GST number. Then we have the product bifurcation with all its tax bifurcation, the applicable tax rate, the actual product rate, quantity, taxable amount, as well as the GST calculator. This is the total value bifurcation for that particular product. And last but not the least, we can also go ahead and add our bank account details. So this is how ledgers accounting software makes it easy to make GST compliant invoices in seconds. In the similar fashion, we can also go ahead and create purchase invoices. So just similar to sales invoices, I can also go ahead and purchase invoices. So for the purchase invoices also, we have a very similar format, which is GST compliant, as well as also compliant with many more GST tools which are upcoming. So I'll also give you a preview of the purchase invoices. So this is how the purchase invoices also look like. Same like your company logo, purchase invoice information. Then we have supplier information because we of course generate purchase invoices for the suppliers or third-party suppliers, manufacturers, and much more. And last but not the least, our total payable amount. So this is how our purchase invoices are also generated. So with that being said, once we are consistently doing our sales information entries as well as purchases entries, expenses entries within the software, and all of your database is being maintained at one centralized location, what is the next thing which can be made easy? The very next thing which can be made very easy and very less tightening, that is your monthly regular GST filing. So once we have your sales and purchases data, I can simply move on to the taxation tab, wherein I can go ahead and take care of my GST compliance. So I'll select GST compliance here. So with this, in order to use a GST portal, there is a one-time setup which is necessary in order to connect the ledgers accounting software with your GST portal. And once it is connected, you can seamlessly go ahead and file your GST right from the ledgers accounting software itself. The software itself will go ahead and generate a ready-made summary. You can also see all the invoices which are considered. And so here the margin of error or the margin of human error is totally eliminated. So in the similar fashion, within 3 clicks, you can simply sync the data, upload it to the GST portal, and file your GST in 3 simple steps. So with that being said, so mainly within the GST itself, we have 2 bifurcations. That is, your very first is the GST R1 and the GST R3B. Correct. So GST R1 is generally called as your sales data, and GST R3B is generally called your sales and expenses purchase and expenses consolidated data. So as both of our GSTRs are being filed from the ledgers accounting software itself, that database is also maintained within the software, and you can also get a status update right away. So how do we get the status update right away? Is that we have the direct API access for the government portal or the GST portal itself, which is why we are able to provide our users with the service of being able to file their GST all by themselves without taking any help and error-free. With that being said, there are many business people here who might be having a very well-organized organization. And with that being said, the GST rules also changes over the time. So as from August 2023, the GST portal has announced a new update, and that is for any company, for any type of company who is having an annual turnover of above 5 crore rupees. For any company who is having an annual turnover of about 5 crore rupees, have to mandatorily go ahead and do e-invoicing. So e-invoicing has become a very integral part for any of the business owner. With that being said, the e-invoicing procedure also is very much unknown to most of the users. But once you are using the ledgers accounting software, you don't really have to worry about it. You can simply click on the e-invoice button here. As you can see, e-invoice, and I can seamlessly convert my normal invoices into an e-invoice by simply a click of a button. I can simply click here, generate. I can put in my e-invoice portal ID and password, and my normal invoice, a normal GST invoice, can be seamlessly converted into an e-invoice also. So for the e-invoice as well, so we have this e-invoice preview also. That is, on the e-invoice, it is a normal invoice at the top, but a very special QR code is generated via the IRP, which is the invoice reference portal, It stands for Invoice Reference Portal. The Invoice Reference Portal generates a QR code for validation and also a 16-digit alphanumeric code, which is also called as IRN or Invoice Reference Number, that is generated and printed on the invoice itself, so that it can be validated at any point, and the government has the total knowledge of any of the business which is being carried out within your organization. So if you go through the traditional method of generating an e-invoice by going to the GST portal, then after going to the e-invoicing portal, logging in, signing up, putting all the details manually, the software eliminates all of that manual work and gives us a very fast, efficient, and a reliable method from which we can convert our existing invoices into an GST compliant e-invoice. In the same fashion, we also have another notification from GST, which was for the e-way bills. So for e-way bills, for any type of business owner who also has a logistics department or who transports their goods to over a specific distance, the GST e-way bill portal has a few set of rules and regulations over it as well. So if you are a business owner, how it goes like, if you are the business owner and if you are transporting any type of material via roadways, airways, waterways, or any mode of transportation, and if the value for that particular product or the particular quantity is above 50,000 rupees, okay, the value for that particular quantity of products is above 50,000 rupees, and the distance traveled for that material is above 100 kilometers, you have to mandatorily generate e-way bills. So which is why the e-way bills are the most likely asked question, most likely asked document by most of the traffic police officers whenever any of the transport vehicle is stopping on a toll booth. So in the similar fashion, as I told, if e-invoicing itself is so easy within the ledger software, the e-way bill has to be much easier than that. So we can simply navigate to the e-way bill section. I can click on the eligible invoices. So these are all the normal invoices which we have generated, and from here it's just invoice into an e-way bill. As you can see, I can simply click on generate e-way bill for this particular invoice and this particular invoice date. Then we have customer details, and as a type we have it as outward supply. So this is how business processes are streamlined within the ledgers accounting software. With this being said, there are many more tools and many more modules which you can make use of within the ledgers accounting software. Like you can also go ahead and do your employee management by adding employees, by having them a separate employee portal where they can track their attendance and much more. We also have facial recognition based attendance feature. So here itself, I'll give you a short glimpse about how our facial recognition based attendance feature works. So I'll click here, I'll put in our URL. So this is how our facial recognition based attendance feature works. As you can see, so here as a Zoom meeting is active, I guess, which is why the camera access won't be provided to both to the Zoom meet as well as the attendance. So I'll try to turn off my camera from here, and I'll give the access to this one. As you can see, this is my facial recognition. This is our facial recognition based attendance feature. So from here, I simply have to put in my mobile number, and I can click on continue, and I'll be checked in and checked out from the So this is how my attendance is going to be marked, by marking in my check-in timings and check-out timings. So I'll close this here and I'll deactivate my camera. All right. So with that being said, these are how what exactly these are all the tools and perks which are essential for any of the businesses to be compliant with the government laws, and to have all of the business processes streamlined and under one feature, under one application, is where the Ledger's accounting software actually stands. So with that being said, so we are at the end of today's informative session. So with this, I'll try to conclude my part of the meeting. So Ms. Khyati, over back to you.
Sure, Mr. Weber. So thank you to Mr. Weber for illuminating us on the cloud-based ledgers accounting software. Your insights have been really invaluable for us.